Good morning, everyone. I am K. Kumar, working as a computer science lecturer in Svkp and Dr. K. S. Raju, Arts and Science College, Autonomous, Penugunda. Today, we are going to discuss about the overview of database management system. In that, we are going to discuss about the file-based systems. So, what is file-based systems? What is the use of file-based systems, and what are the drawbacks of the file-based systems? Before DBMS, file systems provided by the operating system was used to store the information. In file-based system, we have a collection of application programs that perform services for the end users, and each program defines and manages its own data. For example, consider the university database. The university database contains the details about the students, faculty, list of courses offered by the university, and the duration of the course. File-based processing, for each database, there is a separate application program, and each application has its own file management system and file reporting system. So, below the a basic diagram of file-based systems, in which each file has its own data and own file management programs and the file reporting programs, in which one group of users may be interested in knowing the courses offered by the university, and another group of users may be interested in knowing the faculty of information. The information is stored in separate files and separate application programs are written. That's why the file system is suffering from some problems. Now we are going to discuss about what are those disadvantages of file-based systems, that is called drawbacks of file-based systems. So the limitations of file-based systems are duplications of data, data dependency, incompatible file formats, separation and isolation of data. A duplication of data means same data being stored more than once. This can also be stored as data. This can also be termed as a data redundancy. Here, duplication means same type of data is stored in more than one place. Such type of concept is called as a redundancy. So data redundancy is a problem in file-based approach due to the decentralized approach. So here in file-based system, data can be organized in a decentralized manner. That's why the data can be stored in more than one place. That is called as a data redundancy. That is duplication of data. So the main drawback of duplication of data are duplication of data leads to wastage of storage space. Whenever the same data is stored in more than one place, automatically the storage space is incremented and wasted. If the storage space is wasted, it will have a direct impact on the cost. Consequently, the cost will increase. And duplication of data can lead to loss of data integrity. ఇక్కడ డూప్లికేషన్ ఆఫ్ డేటా అనేది డేటా ఇంటిగ్రిటీని లేకుండా చేస్తున్నమాట. The data are no longer consistent. Assume that employee details are stored in both the department and in the main office. Now, the employee changes his contract address. The changed address is stored in the department only and not in the main office. In that situation, some important information has to be sent to his contact address from the main office. Then that information will be lost. This is due to the lack of decentralized approach. So this is about the duplication of data. And the second problem is data dependency. So data dependency means the application programs depends on the data. If some modifications have to be made in the data, then the application program has to be rewritten. It means if you want to make changes in the data, you will automatically forced to change the programs that has to be, those are used to the same data, they must be rewritten. If the application program is independent of the storage structure of the data, then it is called as a data independence. It means if the data is modified without changing the application programs, then it is called data independence. So data independence is generally preferred as it is more flexible. But in file-based system, there is a program data dependency. It means the file system is a data dependency, not data independence. And third problem is incompatible file formats. As a file-based system is lack of program data independence. The structure of the file depends on the application programming language. For example, the structure of the file generated by Fortran program may be different from the structure of the file generated by C program. The incompatibility of such files makes them difficult to process jointly because of files are generated or created by using the different languages. Those are third generation languages. And fourth problem is separation and isolation of data. In file-based approach, data are isolated in separate files. It means data are scattered among the files. Hence, it is difficult to access the data because the data is isolated or decentralized in different files. This application programmer must match the processing of two files to ensure that the correct data are extracted. This difficulty is more if data has to be retrieved from more than two files. This is about the separation and isolation of data. Now, this is briefly among the file-based systems. Now we are going to discuss about the database. So what is a database? So a database is a well-organized collection of data that are related in a meaningful way, which can be accessed in a different logical address. So it is a well-organized data that are related in a meaningful way, which can be accessed in different logical users or logical address. What is the database management system? So a database management system, DBMS, consists of a collection of interrelated data and a set of programs to access that data. It means a DBMS is a collection of data and a set of programs to access the data. Simply say that it is a software that is helpful in maintaining and utilizing the database. A DBMS consists of a collection of interrelated and persistent data. This part of DBMS is referred to as a database. A set of application programs used to access, update, and manage the data. This part constitutes data management system. Simply, database management system. So a DBMS is a general purpose software, that is, it is not an application specific. The same DBMS can be used in railway reservation system, library management system, or universities. A DBMS takes care of storing and accessing data. So whenever we are inserting data into the database, the DBMS takes care to store the data. Whenever we have to retrieve those data from the database, the DBMS takes care of accessing the data. That is about the definition of the DBMS. What are the objectives of DBMS? The main objectives of database management systems are data availability, data integrity, data security, and data independence. So, what is data availability? Data availability refers to the fact that the data are made available to the wide variety of users in a meaningful format at reasonable cost, so that users can easily access the data. Whenever the data is available to the multiple users or users, it can be easily accessed. Second is data integrity. So data integrity refers to the correctness of the data in the database. It means whatever data stored in the database, that data is correct data in the database. In other words, the data available in the database is a reliable data. And the third one is data security. Data security refers to the fact that only authorized users can access the data. Here, data security means whatever data is available in the database, those data can be accessed only the authorized users only. So here, the authorization and data security can be provided by enforcing by passwords or biometric or fingerprints. Suppose if two separate users are accessing the particular data at the same time, so it means the same data is accessing by more than one user at the same time. The DBMS must not allow them to make conflicting changes. Data independence. DBMS allows the users to store, update, and retrieve the data in an efficient manner. DBMS provides an abstract view of how the data is stored in the database. In other words, to store the information efficiently, complex data structures are used to represent the data. The system hides certain details of how the data are stored and maintained. Now we are going to discuss about the evaluation of database management system, or when the database starts its history. Early 1960s, Charles Bachman at GE created the first general purpose DBMS integrated data store. It created the basis for the network model, which was standardized by Codacil, that is a Conference on Data Systems language. Late in 1960s, IBM developed the Information Management System, that is IMS. IMS used an alternate model called the hierarchical data model. In the 1960s, ECF card from IBM created the relational data model. In 1976, Peter Chen presented early entity relationship model, which is widely used in the database design. In 1980s, SQL developed by IBM became the standard query language for databases. SQL was standardized by ISO, International Standard Organization. In 1980s and 1990s, IBM, Oracle, Informix, and others developed powerful DBMS.